Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to introduce to you the President of the Republic of Nyasaland, breaker of chains, conqueror of imperialists in the United States of Africa and in Nyasaland in particular, His Excellency Dr. Joram Nyirongo.
Why, oh why, you don't say nothing? You can see our people dying, but you don't say nothing. You can see our people hungry, but it don't matter to you. When it's time to vote, you come out to lie. Mr. Politician, Mr. Politician, Mr. Politician, we know you for the liar you are. Simunga sinte, simunga sinte. Simunga sinte, simunga sinte. Simunga sinte, simunga sinte.
I'm very excited to have Dr. Joram with us. He has had a couple of great months previously. He released an album and wanted to get to know who he is, how he got into the business, and how he's faring so far. And also, why is it called a doctor? Maybe he's a real doctor, or he was just given to him, and all of that. First and foremost, thank you so much for coming.
Thanks.
I appreciate you got yourself your girlfriend here.
Oh, yeah. Thank you.
Let's start off with, let's hear your background, how you got into the music scene.
Yeah.
Did you just magically fell into it? You have always had a passion for music.
Yeah.
Tell us more about that.
So my full name, I'll begin there. My full name is Joram Nyirongo. I'm a medical doctor.
Oh, okay.
So that's where the doctor is coming from. It's they're different doctors. Others are honorary.
Yeah.
Others are PhDs
Yeah.
and all that. So for me, I'm a medical doctor.
Okay.
And so I started music before I started medicine. So I started music most renowned age at around 10 years of age. That's when I began to play stringed instruments that we made from gallons and string. Yes. So that's how I started, and I used to play in the choir. I used to play in church. So that's my background basically. And then I released my first album in 2012. It was called Some Serious Decisions. It was a gospel album.
Okay.
Yes.
Some Serious Decisions.
Some Serious Decisions.
So you started off as a gospel artist. You still are.
No, so the first project was a gospel project, and over the years I thought I need to branch out and tell different stories, which is what I'm doing now.
Yeah.
So I'm playing mostly folk music, and then so folk music mostly deals with telling stories that are happening in society. So that's how I branched off from being purely gospel and then to telling stories that are happening in society.
Okay.
So that's how I get to sing about love. I get to sing about politics.
Yes.
I get to sing about health-related concepts. For example, COVID-19 or road traffic accidents and things like that.
All right.
Yeah.
That's quite interesting. So when you got into the music business, you have said that you started off as a gospel artist and now you branched off into something, I'll call it the good news, so to say, because you're spreading good news, you're telling people different things, all of that. What sort of genre of music is Joram or Nyirongo
playing? So I play folk acoustic music.
Folk acoustic music.
Yes. Basically, that's what it is. They have different names for it. Others call it Afro soul. Others would call it Afro jazz. For me, I connect mostly when you call it folk music.
Okay.
Acoustic folk music, that's what I call it.
All right.
Yeah.
So the branching off from gospel to, we would say, folk music.
Yes.
What gave you that decision, and what did you see in the branching off, and how did that help your brand?
So I got inspired by a lot of local artists from back in the days who tell stories that were going on in society. You know, so when you listen to most local music from back in the days, the 80s or after that period, you'd realize they're telling stories that are happening in Malawi.
Yes.
Yeah, so people used music to tell stories that were happening to them in society. So I thought to do the same, to tell stories that are uniquely African, uniquely Malawian. So that's what I did in my second album.
Okay.
And that's what I intend to do perhaps in my third album.
Okay.
Yeah.
So far you have 2 albums.
I have 2 albums.
All right. How are you balancing the two? I know being a medical doctor is something not easy, and you are in school for quite some time practicing. What sort of medical degree did you get? Are you a pure doctor, physiotherapy, or which one is it?
So I studied medicine and surgery.
Okay.
It's called MBBS.
Wow, that's a big deal. Okay, that's a big deal.
Is, yeah?
Yeah.
So I did study MBBS from 2010 to 2016.
Okay.
So I graduated in 2016, and then I did my medical internship at Kamuzu Central Hospital for close to 2 years. And then after that, then I branched
Were you
off.
still doing music in the course of your study?
I was. So the first album that I released came out in 2010. So in 2012, that time I was in second year of med school. So I would still release music in medical school. I would perform on most college concerts that we had. So that's how I took off. And then I was quiet for a decade because I was concentrating on medicine and my internship and all that. So that takes a lot of your time also. But I balanced the two by using music as a relaxation tool. So after I knock off from your 8-hour shift, you've got the next 8 hours from 6 to midnight. So somewhere there I'm playing guitars, I'm writing new songs, I'm thinking up new ideas and things like that. So I feel like we have time. As long as you've got passion there. So whilst other people are watching Z World, I'm playing guitars.
Soothing your soul. Okay, let's talk about this recent album that you just released. You are yet to release another album later on. Tell us the inspiration behind the album, because this is the second album that you just started a new journey into folk music. How did it do on the market, and also some of the messages that are in the album?
All right, so I sought quite a lot for this project, and so the music is available on currently available on all major streaming platforms, on Deezer, on Spotify, or for Malawi on Zonse Live. And people can get their copies by contacting my team on Joram Official. So that's how we're doing it, and so that's the marketing part and the business aspect of it. So the messages that are in the album are quite various. So this album was preceded by an extended play, an EP that I released that had 4 songs in it a year prior. So these songs were Tamuze, Magufira, Paper, and This Is Love. So I was telling a story which happened in Kawali about a guy who's going after a girl, and then the story doesn't end well, and something like that. So I was telling stories that were going on in Kawali. Yes.
Why Kawali? You live there?
No, I do not.
Who is in Kawale? What happened to you in Kawale?
Nothing happened in Kawale. It's just the place that I chose to tell the story. Because I grew up living around the area back in the days. So it resonates with me growing up.
It's something very familiar.
It is. It's a familiar scenery. So I thought, why not? Yes.
What was this album called?
So this album was called 1987, and the title track for the album is 1987. It tells a story about a man who leaves his home, which is in Zimba, a little place called Mbangweni. So I've lived in Mbangweni as well. So there's a father who leaves his family in 1987 to look for greener pastures, and this is a very familiar story to most Malawians. People do travel from Mambochi, Machinga, Zimba, quite popular, and so they're seeking greener pastures in Joburg or in the mines back in the days. And so he comes back 10 years later with a guitar. So he brought back folk music, which inspired a lot of music in Malawi. So that's the story that I'm telling.
I like that. It's giving me the sense of why you also started folk music.
Yes.
It's like you are the one that went to South Africa and you're coming back, something like that, right?
Yes,
Am I getting it right?
You are. So I was quiet for a decade.
Okay.
During which time I was concentrating.
In this story, you went to South.
So I concentrated on my professional career because I wanted to get grounded, and so that's why I was quiet.
Okay.
But I was still playing guitars in the background.
Okay.
Yeah.
Speaking of playing guitars, tell me one of your favorite songs in the album, and I want you to give me at least one. What do you call them? Stanzas? One.
Okay, one stanza. Okay.
Yeah.
I think I'll just. Should I just play it?
Yes, please.
Okay. Mpamene anachoka kuteba anaenda wapansi kuchoka nzimba kunalibe mabasi ufika embangweni tinati madala muyende bwino titsala ndi mayi wati asamala anafe yeah 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 yeah. Napita isaki konji dibeze ndalama kuti moyo kusi no katapita sakakomi Mpamene anaturukira atavala suit gitala manja andegiri. It all stopped to leave in a strange land. I miss my motherland. I couldn't wait to get back home. I miss my family. East or west, home is best. East or west, home is best. Oh.
Don't you get though people asking you if you sound like one of our Malawian artists? Have you gotten that before?
So I have, yes, I have.
Yeah.
So it's not surprising though, because there's quite a few of us.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, there's barely a few numbers that you could mention.
Of course.
You could mention maybe 5 or 3 that are playing guitars.
Yeah.
So the mere fact that I show up carrying a guitar is already familiar to most people.
Wearing glasses.
And I'm wearing glasses.
Yeah.
I look slim.
Yes.
I'm a doctor.
Of course.
So people just connect.
Yes.
But it's different.
How does that make you feel as an artist that
Yeah.
you know this is my own sound?
Yeah.
I feel like I've worked hard for this, for someone to compare me or trying to make me feel like I'm trying to sound like somebody as a person and also as a brand yourself.
Yes.
How do you protect that?
So that's a difficult question to answer, I should say. So for me, I just go with what connects to my spirit.
Of course.
If I'm going to exude who I truly am, then I just go ahead with it. If it somehow looks like someone, then that's just coincidental.
Yeah.
I'm not the first person to play guitars in Malawi.
Yeah.
They are not the first people to play guitars in Malawi, and there's actually a chain after from there. So familiarity should be expected.
Okay.
There will be new guys also who come up one day.
Yeah, there's probably someone looking at you and studying you.
Yes. Yeah. So people come up and they'll sound a little bit like Joram as well, which is fine. I mean, it's about a genre of music that you've chosen.
Yeah.
So
Speaking of a genre of music, I'll just cut you for a bit there. Folk music, from what I think, I don't want to call it a stereotype. If you're an artist that's playing folk music, automatically you also know how to play guitar.
Yeah.
Can you be a folk artist without playing any instrument?
Yes, you can be, but it helps to play one of these. It helps in your composition. It helps in your performances. Yeah, it helps for you to know what key you're in, what keys you're choosing, what transitions you're making as you write your music. It also helps with your relationship with DJs and with other instrumentalists as you're playing as a band.
Yeah.
So it helps quite a lot.
Okay.
For an artist to be well taught or well learned
I like
in music, or at least in basics of music. But other people do just get there and start singing, which is fine also. And they have also a quality of music that they're doing, which is fine also. By the way, you're not required to do this, but I mean it helps quite a lot. Yeah.
You did mention that your last album, this one, 1987, did very well on the market.
Yes.
Was it something that you were expecting? Did it come as a shock to you?
Yeah.
Did you also see yourself growing to that extent where people now are buying your album at different prices, and then you are like, boom, this album has made money? Did you see yourself in that light?
So I was not surprised.
Okay.
I mean, me being quiet for a decade was me studying what was going on, and was also me knowing that one day I'll be out. You know, so I was writing my music, I was recording my music, and waiting for the opportune time. Yeah. The Bible says, in the fullness of time. That's what they say. So I was waiting for the fullness of time. Okay. And I was not surprised when people loved the music. Yeah. Or when people offered a lot of money for the music. Yeah. I was not entirely surprised. I feel like the best thing that as an artist, the best thing that one can do is to focus on making your music, focus on making good music, a good product. Someday it will connect to your audience, to the public.
All right. Yeah. So moving forward this year, 2022, what projects are you currently working on, and what do you want to achieve this year as an artist?
So in 2022, we've already started. I released my first song in 2022. It's called Ce Soir.
Ce Soir,
Ce Soir. Ce Soir is French for tonight.
Yes, we've played that song on
you
Zodiac
have.
before.
I hope to have it played tonight as well.
Okay, yeah.
Yes. So the song was called Ce Soir. It's French for tonight. That's how we began.
This year.
Yes. And we had our first concert on Valentine at a place called Hideout in Area 3. Yes. And so we have more concerts that are lined up. I might be back to let the audience know when that is. Or I'll use my social media pages, Joram Official. So that's where people can learn more about what I have lined up for the year.
Yeah, of course. All right, so if you love soothing music, folk music as you call it, I would also assume it's also soulful music, where you just want to keep quiet, meditate, and just appreciate nature, appreciate life. This is the music you need to listen to. So what is your last message to anyone that's watching currently and loves your music as well?
Okay, so my last message is people have to get in contact with me through Joram Official on Facebook. Yes. That's the first thing they can do, so that they can learn more about what we're doing, and so that they can get links to the other music that we have already published. And the other thing I'll say is, if you're talented, you need to keep working on your talent, because someday it pays off, as it did for me. And I hope it continues to do that for me as well, you know. So I truly encourage people to keep working on their craft, to keep practicing, to keep recording, to keep writing new stuff, and to get it out there. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yes.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this has been Dr. Joram, as I call him, Joram Onyerongo, on our Trending Star. He has promised us a couple of projects to be released later on this year. We'd love to see most of your performances, to appreciate more of your music, get to know how you do on stage. We wouldn't know, but I doubt it. She's holding a guitar, so that can happen. But this has been Joram. I appreciate you so much. We'll be looking forward to your direction to see what more you're going to bring to us. Maybe before we go, give us a little something.
Awesome.
Yes.
So the next song is called Paper. Paper is a song about a guy apologizing to his girlfriend or wife. Okay. Because he's been caught cheating.
Well, you should apologize to the guitar because he forgot it.
sorry for breaking your heart. Paper for lying to you, my love. Timati ulipoweka munalipo tu wawili uno. Panali Angelina baby anandikomedwetsa nekutengeka. My love, my love now. My love, my love now. Sweet love, sweet love. Ndani sala kwitsa ndikululukire. Ndani sala kwitsa ndikululukire. Mene unachoka ntima unasweka. Mene unapita ntima kuwawa. Baby randiuze umandikonda. Baby randiuze ukubwela. My love, my love now. My love, my love now. Sweet love, sweet love.
Angelina.
Yeah.
All right,
Thank
you so much.
Awesome.
Our training star, Joram Onyirongo. Doctor,
Yeah.
let me not forget
Yes,
that part.
yes.
All right, thank you so much.
Great, thank
All
you.
right,
Yeah.
pleasure.
All right, great, thank you.
Broken heart, forgotten love, where are you now? It came as a shock that you could leave me. I want you back. It's tough to let you go, and I want you to know. No. I see you every night, I touch you in my dreams. Where are you now? And I miss you now. Where are you now? And I want you back. Where are you now? Forgotten love, wherever you are, I long for you. I remember standing there next to you on the beach as the sun set in the west. I remember reaching out, kissing you on the lips as the birds sang in the sky. It's tough to let you go, and I want you to know. No. And I miss you now. Where are you now? And I want you back. Where are you now? And I miss you now. Where are you now? And I want you back. Where are you now? I wish I could go back in time. I wish I could go back in time.